Hello, 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 hello. Hello and welcome to this final boss fight live stream of D&D. My name is John and I am joined by, let's go round this way, by Angel.
Yo!
By the Rogue Trader Enthusiast.
Weather!
By Smitty.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Dr. Nick. By Obsolete Goat.
Hello. Every time I have to do an intro, I'm always like, I can't do a bit. But again, thank you, Mustang Arts, for letting us use the 0.3 wheelchair rules. Thank you again, Mustang Arts, for letting us use them for this D&D game.
And we are joined. And we are joined by Steam Chew.
Hello. And
we're here to play D&D. Last time, this segment of the group left Gark in Waterdeep and headed up to Vaacin's, the temple where Vaacin was raised. You had hired transportation Vaacin to aid in the group's travel. And after a bit of a bumpy ride, you arrived back at the temple where you were raised. You saw some of your friends and rivals, as well as the master who had taught you the initial elements of sword fighting. You were shown to one of the buildings where visitors to the temple are housed until they can be seen by whoever it is they need to see. The dragon meat that you had carried with you and the scales have been sent away to the meat going to the kitchen for head cook Dilrith Pashar, and the scales going to head blacksmith Kier Yul Arafarn.
That's a great name.
To be made...
Dragonborn names are something else.
They're a mouthful. To be made into the relevant pieces, food for you to eat, and armor protection for your group. As we left it off last time, I believe Nuri, Wol, and Nefira had gone off together exploring the temple grounds a little bit. Toya and Zara, I think, were in the rooms together, and Vaacin was also separate. Where was Toya? Sorry.
Toya and Zara, we're gonna go walk around and hold hands to scandalize all the priests.
Okay.
Because Toya is a gremlin.
And Vaacin is therefore left alone in the rooms which you will be sharing, where he was contemplating character growth. We'll leave it at that for now. And let's start with Wol, Nefira, and Nuri.
I think we'd gone to explore the grounds in inverted commas, if that's my recollection. Yeah.
So basically, there is a large walled inner area to this space that the large wall and guards posted at it make it quite clear that you are not welcome to pass it at this time. Inside the outer wall, there is quite a large amount of space. You can see gardens, both functional vegetable and fruit gardens, herb gardens, and regular flower gardens designed to look nice and smell nice and be tended to, as well as sort of zen sand arrangements and the like. You can see spaces where people would train in sword fighting, wrestling, archery, you can see that some of the targets are set up are sort of the standard wooden archery targets that you would use for standard archery, as well as a few scorched metal targets that from the damage done to them are used either to train Dragonborn in use of their breath weapon, or mages and sorcerers in use of their spells.
Ooh.
Is there anything in particular that the trio would like to wander towards or look at as they walk?
I believe Wall was just kind of wanting to get some air, so he's easy.
There's a lot of air around.
That's good.
It's pretty universal commodity in this space.
Someone doesn't suddenly cast Cloud Kill on us and we don't just sort of suffocate immediately. Really, I know
Right
that's not what
now.
Cloud Kill does, but it should. That is what it should do based on the name.
I lost a word. I don't remember the word.
Well, it's not like we're going to be suddenly transported into the astral sea.
What does the word mean?
It's when you take the top layer of like a potato and a carrot.
Peel.
Yield.
Thank you. For some reason I was thinking skinning, and I'm like, that's not right.
What do you want?
I mean,
And yet they're called.
you're not a
Wrong,
million
either.
miles.
I mean, they are called potato skins.
Yeah.
I know, but that wasn't the word I wanted to use. Thank you.
I mean, you could probably flay a potato, I guess. That's a...
Isn't that how they make French fries?
I believe they call that julienne.
That's a different type of torture device. After a while of rolls rolling around, in kind of presumed silence, I just turn to Mefira and be like, that was weird, wasn't it? The whole Dragonborn class thing.
It was a little bit weird, yeah.
Like, it's not our place. I feel like this is a hill I don't want to die on right now. But he's gotten a lot more than just copper. Rogue? Copper?
Bronze?
Bronze? You've got a lot more than bronze in him now. I'm not sure if that really cause issues. They seem to be a very divided people.
I don't know, I mean, any peoples can be divided.
True, very true. I guess if it does go tits up, we're here for him. But I don't have a great feeling about this.
I'm sure we'll be fine.
I mean, we've survived worse. I mean, we've just come back from we've just come back from what is basically the Underdark. I'm sure we can survive a couple dragons, but still, I'm apprehensive, I guess.
A couple of dragons, maybe. A full crusade? I doubt it.
No. I mean, at most it's going to be a couple uncomfortable conversations with Vaacin, but hopefully not much more. He's going to kind of awkwardly leave the thought hanging there.
Oh, I'm curious what other shrines and temples are dedicated around here?
Yeah, I'd be curious too. I'm not sure how much free reign we have. Hopefully enough. Anyway,
We'll just poke around. If we're told we're not meant to be, someone will politely let us know.
yeah, I'm sure they will. I don't think they're going to be that extreme about it. Nuri, anywhere that you'd like to visit?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if there's anything relevant to my god and that, but I'm happy to have a poke around.
Sure. I can always forget that temples to various different gods are a thing. I mean, just sightseeing, it's fine. Also, though, I should let you know now, I can't go into temple proper for obvious reasons.
You know, it is a bit ableist to assume that everybody can walk in.
No, I wasn't. He's like, I wasn't presuming the steps. I was more kind of like looks around loads of us like the whole I'm a demon thing.
Hey, well,
I mean, there is
I was
that.
covering for you.
Just like, yes, it is very upsetting that there aren't ramps here. It's like, oh, sorry, I didn't get that.
A couple of Dragonborn that are just walking past just give you a weird look at this sudden like outburst, and then just keep going past.
Well, we can put his head in his hands like, why am I so uncharismatic? You're supposed to be good at this. Like the one thing we're supposed to be good at.
It's fine, you're good at other things.
Right, I mean, I could do with a snack. Do you want to have a look at the gardens? It looks like they have some fresh veggies. While we wait for dinner, boys.
Yeah, go on. Let's go get something to eat.
Yeah.
You start to head towards the through some of the decorative gardens and in towards the more functional garden space, and you can see a few areas where greenhouses are set up to ensure that plants that need it have a controlled environment. Being most of the way up a mountain, it's sometimes difficult to grow all of the vegetables that are needed, and you can see quite clearly that there are a lot of people here to feed. At one end of the gardens, it leads in towards a building set into the outer walls of the inner area. And you can see a number of chimneys coming out of this building with steam or smoke rising from the chimneys, lights on inside. The light starts to fade around you. As you get closer, you can hear the hubbub of activity of people moving around and calling out where they're going and what they're doing, and an active kitchen space.
Ooh. We'll let ourselves in.
It smells pleasant from where you are, and as you enter the room, as you enter the building, you can sort of see that one part of this space is the kitchen itself, and another is set up with dining space, sort of large tables, some with benches, and then further along towards the inner end of the temple space, you can see that there are tables with individual chairs and sort of finer looking, shorter tables.
Ooh. Go for the non-fancy tables.
a young male dragonborn wearing the same sort of very plain and simple outfit as the dragonborn that greeted you to the rooms, stands at the near the entrance and greetings. How can we help?
We're guests of Vaacin. We're just looking for a little snack while we wait for them to unpack. If that can be accommodated.
We will see what is ready in the kitchen. Find a seat.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And without making eye contact, he heads into the kitchen.
I do love how much this group is guided by their stomachs, considering they went off for a walk and Vaacin asked for food to be brought to the room, and they've gone to the kitchens anyway.
Yep.
Oh.
Vaacin just
he's literally just a big stomach.
Vaacin just sat in the room eating like the fried chicken fingers that have been sent up there, and where'd everybody go? These are getting cold.
I want to think they're little like dragon nuggies. You know, like instead of dino nuggies, they're like dragons.
Oh no, I can't unsee it. It's great.
You can't tell me that's not what he's having right now.
I mean, I won't then. I will not tell you that's not what tell you that is not what he is having. A little bit of time passes, and you have a chance to chat amongst yourselves in this space. It's mostly empty. It's quite late in the day at this point. You get the feeling that sort of dinner had already been served, and the kitchen was probably winding down.
I feel like this is probably mostly front for Wall to just have 3 portions of food, but it not look weird because there's 2 other people sitting with him.
And the Fury will happily join you in like almost like eating contest style.
I would love to see Nefera attempt to win an eating contest against Wall.
I just want to watch it.
Yeah, I think that'd be glorious.
The Dragonborn returns with some plates of what look to be sort of whatever is easiest to prepare, sort of leftover things from the night's meal, and just sort of lays out a small selection of items in front of you. Not quite enough for a full meal, but enough to sort of tide you over for an evening snack. He lays it out in front of you without looking at any of you, and then just sort of takes a few steps back and sort of hovers nearby. Not like off the ground, just nearby.
Oh no, he's undergoing ceramitosis. He's become a knife left.
I do feel as we're eating this snack and everything else, the person's gonna be like, I do feel a bit bad because the kitchen was probably closing.
I was like, yeah, but I need to eat the equivalent of an entire deer a day, unless he like kind of like gestures of like, unless I struggle with ramps. We have a better way of referring to this.
We do need a better way.
Yeah. Have a little bit of soup anyways. Like, so, I mean, we should probably discuss what we want to do with Vaacin. But, I mean, while he's not here, is there anything that we want to keep our eye on? Just because I know this is weird for me, at least.
Right now I'm just making sure you don't go pop, for lack of a better expression.
Haha, funny. It's more just, I get very unwell. I've never been in a... What's the word? Like a proper big one, in inverted commas. He does air quotations. I feel that a shrine like this should probably be okay, but I spoke to my... he claims that he's my brother about it, and he said that he went in to get some paperwork done with one of his partners, I believe, and he just was very unwell, which I don't want to do here. I don't think it's going to be a big issue. Vaacin said there's only like the one bit of Holy Land. Thank God, honestly. Thank God. But yeah. You should probably be careful too with that. Like nods towards where a sword would be. I think it doesn't look very kosher.
I'm sure if it has issues, it will let me know.
It's not been bothering you much recently, has it?
Nah, it's not really been bothering me at all. It's been fairly quiet.
Well,
Like,
let me know if it does
bad.
change, or if... Yeah, well, let me know if it does change, or if you need maintenance or anything. I did kind of not give you long enough to prepare to deal with it.
Yeah, I'll be alright. I'll let you know if something comes up, though.
Do. Not that I want to deal with her, but I know I believe the sword is its own thing sometimes, but I couldn't be sure. If things change, obviously. Like trails off. It's like... And he looks at Neri, he's like, how are things with you, Neri, though? Being back at a temple must be a bit weird after everything.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, it's no different really to being at mine. I mean, as long as you find a place that you can be nice and calm and take sanctuary in, I don't see any problem. I mean, it's because they didn't want me at mine, and, and I could be something to do with something very bad. Doesn't mean that I shouldn't be here, or it makes me feel uneasy.
That's a good thing, at least. How are you holding up about that, though? Probably would have been a bit of a shock, I guess.
I mean, yes, I mean, it would be a shock for anyone. At least I know now what I'm doing, rather than aimlessly wandering around.
I guess that's
You know.
something.
Yeah,
You
I mean,
know
I was
the-
sent out to find something, and I mean, I was aimlessly wandering around and getting mugged, and picking up lots of trinkets and lots of things.
I feel
But
like
then, on the other hand, I wouldn't have met Lindhart, so
that's your husband,
swings and
right?
roundabouts. Yeah.
Hmm.
Great big half orc, another dimension. Has tentacles as one of his arms.
I always presumed that he was, like... or, like, makes a gesture of, like, small. It's like... I never pictured him to be a
Nora's
half-orc.
No, yeah, he's a half orc. And she sort
Wow.
of giggles. Like...
Wall is sizest.
Well,
That's
I
'cause I
remind you,
don't know,
is
that's
actually is 10 foot tall. Don't at him.
And Nora's about 3 foot.
Every time he sees Nura, he's like, God, you're so tiny.
Okay, I'm a tiny little thing.
Teeny.
Yeah, great big half orc. Like I say, with his tentacle arm. As you can tell, the church wasn't that happy. But they could use it as an excuse for me not to go back.
Yeah. Well, they mentioned the tentacle arm. Wall was just kind of looking like proceedingly more like embarrassed, being like, "Oh," he's like, "Oh, oh no." Get finished up the food. If anyone else wants to discuss things. Look, man, Wall is very much just like the fact that you're mentioning the tentacle arm is like, oh no. He's very ace.
I do have a
He's
picture.
like panicking.
I will drop a picture of Lindhart. I do have a picture of him somewhere on the computer. He's not actually my character. He's somebody else's character. And we got married on another server, so it's just part of.
That's adorable, though. I love that.
And he was like, "You can use Lindhart in your game, but he's my character." And it's like, that's fine. Like, I won't play him, but I have all his information in his picture, so.
Aww.
Meanwhile, while you finish up the food and Nuri goes through a list of like a pocket full of scraps of paper to find a picture, we'll
Just
cut
whipped out
our
the album.
action from the restaurant over to Toya.
Yes.
Where would you and Zara have gone walking?
Mostly around outside, just holding hands. Toya would stop and look at pretty much everything from different plants to different rocks. But this is mainly an excuse for her to scope the area out because she doesn't trust any of these motherfuckers as far as she can throw them.
Okay.
And Zara is much too used to this kind of behavior. Zara's like, so what are we doing? Thinking it's something nice and romantic, and Toya's all like, we're scoping the place out for traps, and she's like, that tracks.
You explore, and as I said, there are a number of gardens that you can walk through, from nice sand, artwork, zen spaces, rock gardens, to decorative flowers and bushes and trees. Probably less excitingly for Toya's scoping, there's the herbal spaces and the vegetable gardens and the fruit gardens.
Nice.
The
No catnip,
inner
sadly.
no catnip. The inner temple space, you can see a number of large buildings and one that is larger than the rest. You can't get in to get a close look at it, but even from the outside you can see that most of the buildings in the inner courtyard space have very elaborative decoration, showing murals of dragons flying through the landscape or blasting their breath weapon over unsuspecting villages, fighting each other in the air or on land or at sea, or whatever their natural habitats tend to be. You can see sort of black dragons in the swamp, blue dragons in the desert, bronze dragons swimming through the ocean, red dragons in the mountains.
I mean, this screams Holy Temple and everything. But there's got to be something shady going on. There's always something shady going on.
Well, it is a holy temple.
Well, yeah, I know, but, like, maybe they're doing some kind of weird, like, rituals, or maybe they're, like, trying to summon, like, Cthulhu or something.
Why would they be trying to summon Cthulhu?
I don't know. That's what holy people do, isn't it?
No,
Like,
that's
can you
what
tell me there's a-
cultists do.
Well, yeah, but what... I mean, every other religious person we've met so far has been doing something really sketchy and culty, so, like... Are you
Nuri
telling me that
hasn't.
there isn't anyone here doing something sketchy?
Well, I can't guarantee that. I've not met everyone here. But I also don't just mistrust them because they are here.
I don't mistrust them because they're here. I mistrust them because...
You don't know them
Actually,
yet.
no, that's a lie. I don't trust them because they're here. Good point. But still, my point stands. I bet they're up to something suspicious and culty.
Well then, let's keep our guard up. We don't need to look for trouble. If it is here, it will find us.
It usually does. I wonder why that is.
Usually because you go looking for it and poke everything until you find it or make it yourself.
I know. It's so much fun, don't you think?
I mean, let's at least try to get out of this one alive.
I mean, we've gotten out of everything else alive so far.
So far.
She's just gonna start running her hands over bricks and pressing.
You find a lot of bricks.
Imagine how cool it would be if we found like a secret entrance or something.
I'm sure maybe there is one.
These old temples always have some sort of secret door or like an overgrown like basement entrance. Come on. She's like digging through the undergrowth because she's a gremlin.
Maybe that's not dig up their gardens trying to find a secret entrance that may not be there.
I'm not digging up a garden. I'm just digging up the weeds that are already here up against the building. That's not my fault that they have weeds.
That one has flowers on it.
Flowers can be weeds. Weeds can have flowers. One of them. Wait a
This
second.
one has a sign next to it.
Oh, oops. Okay, so I'll move a little bit to the left, but my point still stands.
Let's just move on from this garden with a little bit of alacrity. That means
there's a whole
speed.
fence here. Oops. They were like that when we got here.
Let's not call attention to it. Let's just be discreet, and they'll blame someone else or something.
Okay, sounds good. Hey, Zara,
Yes.
do you want to find a little nook that they're obviously all going to walk by and start making out to make them feel uncomfortable?
There are elements to that plan that I quite enjoy, yes.
Come on. Oh, baby, I love you. Let's go cause some low-grade mischief.
You and Zara find a conveniently located nook. You enjoy making out and don't really pay too much attention to what's happening around you, being sucked into the moment. I said it, I knew it was not going in a great direction and just kept going with it. You are drawn into the activity at hand and decide that whether you caused mischief or just made out with your attractive girlfriend, either way you have you've come out on top. Again, no, bad.
You're digging a real deep hole right now, John. I'm enjoying this.
It keeps happening. It's yeah. Eventually, Nefira, Wol, and Nuri, you finish the meal and decide to head back to the rooms that you're sharing for the at least this night. Could I get perception or insight checks from you all?
I'm presuming I can't use my nose for this.
This is based on sight, so no.
Does that include me, or is it just them?
Just them for the moment.
Okay.
Any two.
Sorry, you said all, so I wanted to double check.
I'm currently not logged into Foundry, so it might just take me in.
Okay.
And of the world's greatest, a total of 12.
Yes.
Not very perceptive there, Nefira.
Just to do another confirmation, I'm assuming you don't mean me either.
Yes.
Just those three. Cool.
Just those three at this precise point in time.
Anybody else's hackles been raised by the music change?
Yeah,
It's a bit
Like
sus.
you walk into a room and suddenly boss music. Well, fuck.
Dun, dun, da, 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 dun, dun.
Imagine if that happened and then a little voice popped up in your ear saying, no, that music's for you. You're the boss.
No,
You got this, buddy.
we're the boss.
I
Honestly,
guess,
I kind of love the idea of any of this party being boss battles.
It was very close for Walt doing a boss battle.
Let's see what we have. What would we have? We would have Nefira, classic, shadows and swordplay kind of boss. Very cool. We've got Wall, who you think is small and weak, and is very much not.
Walt,
Sort of
Walt
very
won
much-
the stage boss fight.
Yeah,
Thoroughly.
Wall's a two-stage boss fight that is definitely a lost Dark Souls boss.
Vaacin's just a damage sponge. There's lots of lightning involved, but otherwise he's just a big old damage sponge.
Aye, so's Toya.
No, but Toya is a two-character battle. 'Cause it's
Oh,
always going to be
Toya
Toya and Zara.
Mm.
You got Fast Elf and Fast Kitty.
Yeah, I just imagine their picture being like the Pokemon ones when you get the couples.
Yeah. I was slightly picturing it for a second when we first said it's both of them as the two witches from, was it Ocarina of Time?
Oh yes.
Oh, Twin Rover. Yeah.
Twin Rover.
And
Whoa.
what would Neri?
Whoa.
I feel like Nuri would be a. Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah. Let's finish
Quick
this.
time.
What is
I feel like
Nuri?
Nuri would be a quick time event somehow.
That's interesting, yeah. Whoa. You, as you walk and chat and make your way both to and from the dining space, you have your eyes up and you're looking around, and actually no, we're gonna do this. If we're gonna do this, let's do this as a whisper.
Oh, sure.
Oh,
Let's
No! Gone. Ah, what have I seen?
You have your eyes up and you're looking around, and the others are chatting to you, and you are paying attention to your surroundings as you do. And you realize something has been playing at the back of your mind since you got here. And you're starting to put some pieces together. All of the Dragonborn that you have seen with their heads up and walking around proud and being trained have a singular colour. Being a metropolitan person such as yourself, you know that quite a few Dragonborn, while they do have one ancestor that they mostly take after, there's a smattering of colour in their scales. But as you can see here, all of the Dragonborn that are being trained have a singular scale colour, insofar as you can see.
So you've got the monocolours and the mixed ones. Are the mixed ones like more mixed than what I'm used to seeing in the cities, or
what you have noticed is the only ones that you have seen that are here that have got mixed scale colours are the attendants who have kept their heads down and have been working as people to look after the others. I will let you do with this information what you will.
It does exactly that summons tentacles to bludgeon people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what?
Hello.
Oh.
There's 50 assassins.
Toya really shouldn't have been. Got distracted and made out. There's so many assassins.
Right?
Toya was keeping that information to herself from now.
Okay.
Gonna get back to the little cabin though.
You arrive back
It's
at
like cabin.
the sort of it's sort of a block of flats, effectively. Like it's a residential block, or a dorm room, I guess, is the other sort of hostel, that sort of space.
Is food served yet?
Vaacin,
quite a second dinner.
Vaacin is sat in the one of the two rooms that you are sharing with a sizable platter of meats and a bowl of salady bits.
He's sort of actively tossing bits of meat. Is you know, like how some people would throw popcorn to eat it. He's sort of doing that with the meat.
Let's check my spells real fast.
Are you back?
Can I mage hand like a bit of bacon that like Space is throwing into his mouth as I come over to the table?
Yes.
Did I miss? Well, it's
Like,
not on the
Yes,
floor.
you missed terribly.
Oh, you're back.
Like, hey, Mor's just gonna start making himself a plate. Sorry, we got a bit distracted by our walk. Everything okay over here?
Yeah, I've just been. I was just sort of having to lie down.
Like, it was long travel. I don't blame you.
I mean, it's an alright hike. Although I'm going to pay a fortune. I paid a fortune for that car. I very much hope it doesn't break down on the way back. But, yeah.
I was holding up okay enough. I can fix it if need be.
It's a little weird being back.
How so?
I'm not. You know when like something very familiar has changed and you can't put your finger on it?
I mean, you've been living out in the quote-unquote real world for how long now? It's gonna be different.
I mean, not that long. A few months, tops.
Still, I mean, it was quite a culture shock when I moved back from Luskan.
Maybe that's just it.
At about this time, Toya can return if she wishes.
She does, looking extremely satisfied, and Zara is looking a lot less strictly put together.
Toya, think fast, and Vaacin just throws meat at Toya.
She catches it with her teeth. Oh. What is this? Good.
Squid.
I haven't had this in ages. Look different, but not bad. We don't find any traps or anything. But I'm pretty sure I scandalized some of your church dudes, and I'm also pretty sure we caused the sexual awakening of a couple of them. So, like, mission accomplished.
All
I
his
don't
friends
think-
defeated by that.
You realise that, like, coupling isn't really a thing here?
It
Like-
might be now.
No, in the opposite direction.
What do you mean?
How do I put this?
Oh, is
So
this one?
we have clutches of eggs. We don't
Orgy
really
churches?
care. That's not the word that we use, but
It's an orgy church.
it's Vaacin sort of like trying to translate from how he knows the term into something water deep adjacent, and it's sort of like free love.
Oh,
I was like, why has this conversation happened to me twice today?
You were talking about this earlier?
Just like, Neri was discussing her husband, his tentacle arm in great detail.
oh yeah. It was quite enlightening.
Like, we just had a little bit of a roam around. Good that there's no cults in this temple. I look at Tori a bit confused. So what's the plan, Vaacin? I mean, other than getting some stuff made, we're here for you primarily.
I mean, I don't know how long it'll take for stuff to get made, but I mean, one, I want to talk to somebody about that old book, and sort of like he points to like the old book of old Draconic that he sort of got plopped next to where he's going to sleep. And then talk to the head of the healers about the mark, and sort of just like pulls his like shirt up to sort of rub it. Other than that, there's going to be, well, before that can happen, I'll have to go through like the end of my pilgrimage, which will be a thing. But after that, I can't imagine we'll be here too long. Probably be gone before nightfall tomorrow.
What do you mean it's going to be a thing? Like intensive?
It's just normally that any failures to my oath, or any failures as they perceive my conduct, will need to be addressed. As well as, well, scale edge. That'll have to be addressed.
Like, I mean, pretty excited about that. It's a cool Dragonborn sword.
It's the whole reason I can come back.
Yeah. Well, it's something to be proud of then. Something to be optimistic about. I mean, I don't think they're going to have any issues with your whole, adventuring. You've been making a pretty good name for yourself in Waterdeep, and I guess the Undermount as well. It's glory, your oath, right?
Yeah, actions, challenges, the body, and self-discipline.
Then you should be fine.
Mostly, I think.
Mostly?
Don't worry about it. It'll come out, and it's not going to be a big deal. Just sort of, there's a very quick glance at Toya. As long as nobody causes trouble.
Yeah. I would like to keep us as under the radar as possible.
You guys are no fun.
We don't all have smite run abilities. A lot of people here look like they have smite.
I mean, Not everyone uses smite.
How many people use smite then?
I mean, to be fair, I do have some sort of unnatural immortality, so fair.
I mean, most of the people that you've met, with the exception of Christ, I need to remember character names now.
Fun, isn't it?
My own notes. Quick back to my notes. Other than Tolan, a lot of them do. Although Archmus, I think you'd get along with Archmus well.
I'm running on the assumption that I'm immortal, and nothing has actually killed me yet, so I'm pretty sure I'm immortal.
Yeah, sure. Go challenge a champion. He'll happily test that for you.
Okay, if we could keep below the radar, I'd really appreciate
Really?
it.
Wait, is that an option?
Not really. Onzaleth would probably just snort and ignore you.
Pussy.
That he probably wouldn't ignore.
Really?
Please keep a really low profile.
You guys are no fun. Fine.
Thank you.
That means you can't complain if Zara makes some really loud noises tonight, because I gotta occupy myself somehow.
Look, I'd prefer that to dying, so whatever. I'll get some earplugs.
Oh. You hear that, Zara? We got permission.
Zara looks over to Nuri, looks back to Toya. I think we're sharing a room, Toya.
Your point?
I mean, I can pop off to Lindhart. Just have to
No.
set up a little thing.
I'll be good, you guys. You owe me meat.
There's
Vaacin just throws
plenty
more
on
meat.
the platter.
No, I mean, like, when we get back to Waterdeep, you're all buying me steak.
We'll get steaks.
If you're really desperate to fight someone, I'm sure someone will happily practice against you.
Yeah, as long as we don't call anyone a pussy or, get them pissed off at us.
Honestly, I'd love to see what happens. See Archmus freeze you. That'd be very funny.
I'd also like to point out the small hole in this plan of, they want to train, Toya just wants to cut things in half.
Yeah.
Not
That-
going to end well.
Yeah, but that's live training.
You are all so bad at staying under the radar. So unbelievably bad.
Have you seen this face? It's very hard not to be under the radar.
I mean, compared to these two, you're fine.
Wait, no. I am under the radar. I am part of the radar here.
Currently, but don't encourage this. Everything. Me freaking out aside. So you've got the sword. You're gonna have a meet with them tomorrow morning, and then get our other bits and bobs, and then we skedaddle.
Yeah, I imagine it'll be food. If it's anything like normal, it'll probably be something like food. My own names. Master Dar, I think, was going to come round in the morning as well. Then it'll be my re-entry. Then it'll be like Sword and Mark and whatnot. So I imagine while I'm sort of going through trials and whatnot, you'd probably be able to take a look at. You could probably talk. Yeah, you'll probably have time to talk to Kurgel.
You said were they in the blacksmith's house?
Yeah, he's the head blacksmith.
I'd like to go and visit them.
Just be careful. It might be sunset by the time you finish talking with them.
War does not see that as a problem.
The night wears on, and you eventually, potentially noisily, make your ways to bed. Some of you, this possibly involves crossing to other dimensions to visit your husband, to as other people
The other two.
proverbially hang the sock on the interdimensional portal door. At the crack of dawn, there is a loud metal on metal sound, and Wol, Nefira, and Vaacin, if you weren't awake as soon as the sun literally crests the horizon, you suddenly awake to see a pair of Dragonborn stood over you. You recognize both of the figures at the front of this group as Onzaleth and Tolan. Onzaleth has the full, what you would recognize, Vaacin, as the full champion regalia on, the armor, the full pauldrons, now, as you can see, with sort of red dragon heads carved into the pauldrons on either side. Dark metal armor, large two-handed greatsword across the back, and he has woken you by hitting his two braces together to sort of make a loud clanging sound.
I was definitely awake and it's just glaring at this guy still.
He's
Onzaleth
going to roll over and go, too early, go away, and he's going to cast darkness on himself. Not intent, like almost like, you know, as if someone's pulling the covers over him, kind of thing. Too early.
Onzaleth and Tolan stand at the foot of your bed, Vaacin. Onzaleth has a smile creeping around the sides of his mouth, as if he's very happy with the duties he needs to perform, while Tolan is a little bit more stoic.
I think Vaacin more formally than the others have been, just sort of like rolls the bed back, turns, and like stretches, and just stands there present.
The Grand Masters cordially request your presence immediately. You may bring as many of your friends as you wish.
They're all welcome if they wish to be my witness.
These two appear to have gone back to sleep.
What was like up out of his chair, like up in his chair, and is still glaring at this guy, being like, "No, I'm awake."
That one's awake.
The cloud of darkness on the other hand.
Vaacin just leans into the darkness and just gives Nefira a push. Excuse me, I will go check with the others. And sort of like slides round to the girls' dorm. And just sort of like opens it. And just probably louder than he intended. Time to wake up.
Why?
I need you to be witnesses.
Witnesses to what? A murder?
But you can think of it that way if you want.
Okay.
And Vaacin just like stands in position. Do I need robes? Should I bring my armor?
You should bring your
I'm not
armor.
being this side. Vaacin goes and grabs his armor and gets dressed as quickly as he can.
Tolan assists you with putting the armor on, and sort of as he's doing it, just sort of whispers into your ear, "I'm sorry, it was everything I could do to just be here to assist. I don't know what they're planning. This is
I assume this is...
unusual."
I assume this was... Oh. I just assumed this was returning from pilgrimage.
They normally... They normally let you wake up and have breakfast and come in at a... They're worried about something. I don't know what.
It'll be fine. I just sort of like reach my hand over to pat his hand, as if I'm calming him down.
I've heard this, John.
You've likely heard, like, at the very least, if you haven't heard the exact details, you've heard sort of the panicked tone in the... You've heard the panicked tone in Tolan's voice. Elements of it, enough to let you know that this isn't the usual course of action.
Squint. I'll keep that under my hat for now.
A voice from the shadows is just going to call out, "Does anybody have coffee? And an
It's like,
itinerary for today?"
I'll get you coffee. I was gonna roll up the room.
Rolls up, the shocking grasp. There's your coffee. Sorry.
Finger death.
You roll into the corridor wall and you can see sort of positioned at the far end of the corridor, sort of towards the entrance of the building, there are another pair of Dragonborn wearing less formal armor than the champion, but fancy looking armor just sort of stood there. They haven't been there all night. They have just sort of arrived, and they seem to be part of this group that has come to collect Vaacin and any friends who he wishes to come with him.
I was a little bit taken aback by this, but I was gonna just kind of make his way to the kitchen, try to vaguely ignore them, and yeah.
As you
get some coffee.
As you get past them, there are a pair of they've been titled the attendants, sort of the very simple outfits, bowed heads, whispering to each other, and as you approach, they stop. Can we assist you?
Just be like, yeah, could we get some coffee? Can I also insight check them?
Yes.
What is sus right now? Get him on edge. 20!
You read that they would normally have woken people up in a little while. If they had asked for waking up, if they hadn't, they this is early for them. They are up, and they are normally up at this time doing work, but they wouldn't expect other people, visitors, to have been woken at this time. They are on edge. They are unsure of what's been happening. They aren't privy to gossip, but they are sort of having the upstairs, downstairs, like they are the downstairs gossip of what's happening in the big house. If that sort of Downton Abbey-ish reference plays out.
Very fair. Connor's concerned. He's gonna wait until they get the coffee and then gonna head back. Hand it to Nefira through the shadow, darkness.
This is a recipe to get burned.
Yeah, I definitely feel like I just hear like a loud yelp.
Toy is just leaning against Zara sleepily, but she's like, her ears are up and she's clearly very aware and listening very closely in case she's needed, but she is actively trying to be good.
Zara, much like the night before, has sort of hastily put everything on. Unlike the previous evening, on the return, everything's on, maybe not adjusted as it normally would be, and she's not yet run a brush through the hair, so there's like pockets of very puffy out hair. She's not as put together as she normally would be. When you have all armored up or dressed in whatever outfits you have chosen to wear for the day, Tolan and Onzalith sort of lead the group, and the two other Dragonborn bring up the rear.
John, just to check something. Scale Edge was taken from me yesterday, wasn't it?
I don't.
It's been a while. I can't remember.
I don't think so.
I don't
Okay.
think it can be, can it? With your whole...
It can't be for long.
Cool.
It can be taken away, but as soon as you try to summon it again, it returns.
Okay, cool. I assume I've got it then. Cool. I just wanted to check.
They lead you through the very early morning light towards the inner sanctum of the temple, and some of the you can sort of see as you're going along. It doesn't take a lot to notice because there's not a lot of activity out at this time in the morning. You can see attendants sort of going about their morning chores, and as you get close to them, they respectfully give a wide berth to the group coming past. As you approach the gate itself, which isn't far from where you are staying, because that's the point of where you were staying, to go to this place, there are a pair of guards who start to, like, do the whole crossed spear to sort of block the path, and Onzalith holds a hand up, and the guards just sort of back up into the corners and allow entrance into the inner courtyard. And again, from here, as you get inside this courtyard, you can see the fabulous buildings with myriad of murals of dragons, various art styles and materials used, some of them using rare items, others paints, gemstones, metals. It's a hodgepodge of draconic artwork inlaid into the buildings. And you are led to the central space of this area. You can see the large temple, main temple building, looming over the space. But you are led to what resembles a fighting pit. A central area leads down into an impression in the ground. On one end, a raised platform stands over the space, so that it's not quite a perfect circular fighting area. And as you approach into the descending bowl, Vaacin, you can see the three Grand Elders taking their position on the raised dais. You can see Grand Elder Eriak Otbor, the Black Dragonborn, over 6 foot tall, wearing dark armor and light sort of yellows and orange outfit underneath, a mix of leathers and fabrics under this heavy metal armor. A blade strapped across his back with sort of the edge of the blade appears to either be dragon's teeth or claws.
God, that's dope.
So cool.
Next to him, the gold dragonborn, slightly shorter female gold dragonborn, Pruredel Medgar, wearing an orange robe with purple trim and a purple belt. Hand straps over the hands. And finally, the shortest of the three Grand Elders. Initially, you look up and to the rest of the group, you think it's a white dragonborn female. But then as the sun's starting to rise, you can see it catching in the actually gemstones of her hair and down her arms. She's a crystal dragonborn. She's wearing a simple robe, deep blues and oranges with a braided pattern on it, a heavy metal necklace around her neck, and a large mace strung across her back. This is Filmak Shidran.
If nothing's happening, in Draconic Phase, it's just gonna sort of like with the customary like salute and bow.
Pruredel speaks up first. You have returned. Tell us of your pilgrimage.
As advised, I travelled to Waterdeep, and I've been blessed with grand adventure there. I've been given visions of a bronze dragon who I had the blessing to meet in the harbour, with many of my friends here there to witness it, where I was gifted this, and sort of like brings Scale Edge from his back into his hands in front of him.
You hear sort of a muttering from the Dragonborns. The various Dragonborn who surround the arena, you can see sort of stood to one side of the raised dais now. Master Dar. Onzaleth has stayed at the top of the space, with now joined by Sharton.
An unfortunate name that everyone has.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just does not translate well.
No.
Tolan has stopped the, like, Vaacin has gone into the center of the fighting space, and Tolan has just sort of put a hand up to stop the rest of you following. And yes, you hear like hushed whispers around the arena, around the fighting bowl of the various Dragonborn that have gathered, and Eriak raises a hand and it falls silent. You think this brings you honor?
Unequivocally so. I don't know how. I was told to only return when I received a dragon's boon. Being visited by one and being given a great sword that the dragon itself identifies as Scale Edge, one of our holy relics, I don't know what else would be that.
You think you can use it?
I believe I have been. I accept any test to prove that I can.
You look up and you see for a moment Philmac just sort of lowers her head into her hand for a second, and Eriak laughs. Then there will be a trial by combat.
Who will I face?
Why is it always a trial by combat? It can't be trial by food.
Fire!
Yes. Congratulations!
Shush.
Under my breath to Nefira, just be like, I think something's wrong. Doesn't feel right.
Well, this feels right, but let's see where this goes.
Onzaleth, champion of the warriors. He would be a good. He would be good to fight. Yes. Vaacin Caderhill. You will fight Onzaleth Kandar.
As will the masters. And sort of like Vaacin does like a salute, like holding the sword, point to the ground across his chest.
Onzaleth smiles. Draws his maul and descends into the arena. And I didn't have time to make a map, so we're going to make do with this empty void.
And now I feel bad about wasting darkness for a bit.
we're gonna make do with this empty void and the theater of the mind.
Yay!
We're gonna go to the map screen.
Quick question with regards to the empty void. If we say it's a void, there's like a really mysterious echo.
Level.
Starts off as an echo. Suddenly it starts sounding like the voice of your mother saying something very unpleasant about your hair.
Mother, please.
Oh yeah, Gark's not here. And let's move. Oh no, not Vaacin. Wall is going to go down here as well. Weird. My map screen apparently got disconnected from everything.
Oops.
So let's bring in, here are the Grand Elders. And then,
oh my god, you've done models for all of them.
As I said,
oh my god.
Here is Master Dar.
God, they look amazing. He is so teal. That is so beautifully teal.
That's a lot of teal.
And then let's bring in Onzaleth into the void.
Oh my god.
I don't know why, but all I can see now is I don't know if anybody played Halo multiplayer way back in the day. Just that level of teal just reminded me of someone who's just like, yeah, I just wanted to be different in multiplayer.
I am the energy sword.
Let's roll initiative. This PvP style combat doesn't always go well, but let's see how this one goes. Who has gone first? And let's get this started. Oh, yeah, that went well for Onzaleth.
Fight.
Vaacin.
Sweet, gets to meet me first. All right. We're just gonna keep this entirely sensible. Where are my bonus actions? Bonus actions. I'm gonna do something sensible in my bonus action. Where is that spell? I'm trying to find it. Where is it? I've lost. I'm losing spells. Where are they? There it is. I'm going to use a spell slot for Divine Favor.
Okay.
As a bonus action, just to get myself a little extra D4 in there. And I think, apart from like a minor glow, as like Vaacin and his lightning sort of just like appears for the Divine Favor, Vaacin just essentially just launches himself at Onzaleth with Scale Edge. Like, he's basically gone full on from like the pose of presenting the sword. He's not even like picked up the sword, he's moved his hands and summoned Scale Edge back in as he goes in for the hit.
Right.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Hope that he actually hits though. Oh, not with that first strike, he's not.
Onzaleth just brings up the arm of his armor and you just slide down it.
Oof. In which case, yeah, I'll be following that up with another attack. Come on. There you go, an 18.
This time he goes to bring up the arm and you just knock it to the side. And this does indeed hit. Roll me some damage.
Cool. I'm going to drop a second level smite on that because... oh, actually, that's a good question. What are the rules in these trials? Is it no rules?
Fight until one of you either gives up or is clearly defeated.
Cool, in which case I'm going to drop a second level smite on that. So that's going to be... So basic damage. And then... Divine Smite at second level. And then... Oh, is this conditional for scale edge? I think it is. It's just the D8 though. Yes, so an extra D8 on top of that. So that's 12, 24, 30 damage.
Very nice. This is a big hit.
Big hit.
Big hit.
Oh, and a D4 because of Divine Favor. I completely forgot I entirely give that spell on purpose. It's 1. One little bit of damage. Hey, every hit point back counts, right?
I mean, I'm just going to move Onzolith and assume that they're, Onzolith moves in for the attack and will just go... Yeah, no, he's just going to go straight in for attacks as well. I should roll that so that you can see it. That's a 27 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Fucking hell.
Jesus Christ, what did he roll? Oh, he rolled an 18 on the die, no wonder. Yeah, that'll definitely hit.
So he's also going to Divine Smite. That's 12, and then Divine Smite. Yeah, let's drop a second level Divine Smite. That is
Copy me.
17.
That's 29 total. Ouch.
Swings
Cool.
the mace down, and there's like a glow of crackling, almost fire-like energy over it.
That stung. That was a lot of HP to lose. And oh Christ, what's that concentration rate going to be? That's going to be.
20.
I've got to. I don't think I need to roll a nat 20 on my concentration. I think.
Well, it's no, because it's 20. 29 halved would be 15.
Oh, okay.
No,
it's half.
14.
Oh. So, okay, cool. Natural 1. Divine Favor is gone.
You lose Divine Favor immediately. The first hit just rattles you, and you are your vision goes a bit blurry. And he is. I mean, he's just going to swing again because he can.
He's a big boy.
That's a 26 to hit. So that is 13 points of damage, and we'll just do a level 1 Divine Smite this time.
Just.
So that is going to be only 3 points of damage. Jeez. Why
I'm
bother
so
rolling?
happy about that. So that's 16. Jesus Christ, I'm already below half health after one round. Fucking hell.
I apparently rolled very badly for his hit points, and so is he. So,
Oh god. Oh god, why does Lay on Hands have to be at full action? No.
Yep. What would you like to do, Vaacin?
Oh god, it's back to me. I need to somehow survive this. Okay, so if he rolls again like last round, I'm out entirely. What do I have? I think Vaacin's just gonna go on the attack again.
Okay.
Just see if there's anything worth doing with a bonus action. Yeah, let's throw down a bonus action Thunderous Smite first.
That's nice.
So I've still got to hit before that matters. And then, yeah, 2 hits with Scale Edge.
That'll
22
hit.
for the first one. Cool. So that's... I just want to double check how... I don't use enough of the sort of like non-divine smites to know how they interact.
If you've got spell slots, I believe you can just layer them up.
Fantastic. In which case, cool. I am going to throw another level of divine, one level of first level divine smite on top of that. So that's going to be so let's get these in order. So normal damage, damage from the smite. Damage from Scale Edge's little boost, and then that's gonna be damage from Thunderous Smite.
He goes down.
Oh, damn.
He also goes flying 10 feet. Because that's what Thunderous Smite does.
You slam Scale Edge around and into him, and he goes flying to the edge of the arena and just sort of slams into the outer wall and collapses down. And you can see Master Dar looks down at you and towards the unconscious, not dead, I'm assuming, not dead.
Yeah, I'm not trying to kill him.
Form of Onzaleth will end the combat tracker, but we'll keep the combat music for a moment because it's kind of funky.
Cool. As soon as I see that Onzaleth is down, I'm going to give it like 3 seconds to see if he stands back up. But if he doesn't start getting up, Vaacin's going to put Scale Edge down. He's going to go over and put like 4 points of lay on hands on Onzaleth to bring him to consciousness.
As you're starting to put Scale Edge away, you see that Shartan has already run down and is laying hands on and just puts, let's say, 10 hit points in there so we can take away the dead tracker. And as soon as Onzaleth's eyes flicker open, he looks at you, and then he looks up to the Grand Master, the Grand Elders. He cheated. You need to see his arm.
Can I say something this time?
Nothing physically stops you from talking.
I know, but I'm trying to be good because you said not to make a scene, but can I say one thing?
I'm assuming this whole thing's out of character right now.
No, it's Toya literally begging to say one thing because this guy's like, he cheated. So Toya's literally begging Vaacin to let her say one thing. Please.
Vaacin doesn't stop Toya. He doesn't actually say anything because he's too busy healing himself. Because that was a lot of damage all at once.
True. Fuck it, I'm saying one thing. He didn't cheat. Your fighter's just a pussy loser who's sad because he got his ass beat.
Puts his head in his hands. He's like, oh no.
That's all I'm gonna say because I'm not allowed to actually yell at you guys, so... Yeah.
Ariak looks over to you, Toya. Hold your tongue, outsider.
Tell your guy to stop complaining because
You
he
are a
lost in a
guest
fair fight.
here.
What's your point?
Toya,
Be
Yes, sir.
grateful.
I appreciate...
I said my one thing. I'm done.
I think Vaacin like just turns to the elders and gets on one knee. I've passed your trial.
Predel looks over. What does he mean? Why do we need to see your arm?
Well, I was hoping to wait till I was able to see you, Elder Philmac.
Philmac
a few days
looks
ago
over.
during our dragon hunt, where we I seem to have. And Vaacin sort of takes off his right pauldron and starts pulling his arm up to reveal the dragon mark. Something from that blue dragon fused to me, but I did not use it.
Sharton sees this and stomps out of the arena and disappears into the crowd. Onsleth looks at the elders. Of course he'd borrow chromatic power. Who wouldn't? We're the strongest.
I'm gonna get an ulcer.
I've laid you out a dozen times before. I can do it another dozen times. I don't need anything from this. All this is a frustration. And like it's crackling now because this is horrible. He doesn't know what to be accused of any of this. I can barely reach my hand out to reach for something without it lashing out, and just the lightning lure just throws up against the wall.
You are unskilled, says Ariak. And you dilute your blood. We have no choice. Elders, we have no choice. This is his second offense. Philmac looks... It's not an offense. We agreed he would go on his pilgrimage. Ariak, yes, and he would not return. And now he can't.
I don't understand. I thought I was ill.
Vaacin Caderhill. And he turns and looks down on you. You have diluted your bloodline. You are not pure. You are banished from this place. You will leave here now and never return.
Wait, can't this be fixed? I thought I'd just been...
You have been marked. There is no way to remove it.
So, I'm banished because a blue dragon chose to mark me?
You are banished because you have diluted your bloodline. You have bronze dragon blood and the power of the crystal dragons. The gem dragons flows through your veins, and now you have taken on the chromatics. You are
I think
impure.
Vaacin is completely, utterly confused, and he's looking at Dar, like the face of like a confused child, because he doesn't understand that crystal charge at all.
Dar is doing his best to meet your gaze without anyone else seeing that he is meeting your gaze.
I don't understand, but I think Vaacin just sort of Vaacin starts pulling himself together as the Grandmaster's will. And he just stands up, picks up his like discarded pauldron, and just walks back out the way he came in. He's clearly shocked, but he's trying to stand tall.
I'm gonna quickly follow Vaacin.
Fun?
I'm gonna quickly follow Vaacin. Out the building.
Same.
Are we like ushered out of like the main area?
You are encouraged to leave. The pair of guards, the nameless guards that ushered you in, usher you back out, not like forcing you to go, but sort of keeping pace with you to make sure that you go.
The entire time, Vaacin's right arm is just crackling, and he's not saying a word. And I think as soon as he gets to like the doorway that sort of splits this main area off from where we've been staying, he just turns to find like a shadowed nook to sit in.
I was gonna head on over and be like, what happened?
I don't understand. I thought I was just ill. I thought they'd be able to get rid of it, not punish me for it. And I leaked my bloodline. What crystal? I don't know if
You?
I was always bronze.
You are bronze.
You're very bronze. You got to town some wood elves to be jealous of.
Mm.
Oh God. I just don't understand.
They're stupid bigots. What is there to understand?
They're not big. They're not bigots. They're the elders. They're the grand elders.
Yeah, okay.
They
don't like you because you quote unquote diluted your blood because you have the mark. How does that not scream bigotry to you?
No, they said there were two things. That's what I understand the mark, but they said I deleted it because I have gem powers.
So you have a whole extra set of powers you didn't even know about? That's badass. You don't need these losers.
What are they talking about?
I have no idea. You
You have any idea who your parents are? Because this seems like a question for them.
We don't track parents. It's not what's done in the temple. As I
That
said,
seems like a really bad idea.
I do find it weird that you do have a master who you call Da.
that's just his name.
Wait a second, you said Crystal?
Well, they said Crystal. But, I mean...
well, your mom's... Okay, and you said that they all just do free love and have eggs and be good, right?
Where are you going with this?
The shiny bitch covered in gemstones before.
Oh no, he's Emerald. They said.
Well, yeah, but if she's crystal, she probably knows some other crystals.
Well, we're just gonna slow down and be like, I'm not gonna comment on that. But this doesn't make any sense.
I
They
know
can't
other
just-
Tabaxi. What?
I mean, I don't know all tieflings. I'm not a tiefling.
I'm not saying she knows. I'm not saying she knows all crystals, but she might know of an emerald dragon around here somewhere.
But there are emeralds in the temple.
Okay, well, go ask them about it.
It's a little hard. They live the other side of that gate.
And we've just been
Oh.
banned.
I've been
Has
banned.
Ever stopped us from anything before?
Toya, all the love in the world. Please don't try and break into the temple.
I mean, a little too late for that. But my point is, okay, so do you care about being a member of this temple, or do you just want answers?
Of course I care. This is
Because these guys just
my
kind of
life.
they just kind of tossed you out in the cold with no explanation. Are you really sure?
Fighting them isn't gonna, help at this point. I'm just.
Yeah, but walking away, you're not going to get any answer. At least if we fight to go to the temple with the Emerald Dragons, you'll get some closure. Hopefully.
You're
I
assuming-
suspect you'll end up with a permanent closure on that one.
Yeah.
Let's not burn the bridges.
Well, I mean, they
I
didn't exactly sound like they were open to letting him ever come back. So it's really just a question of either we leave and he never gets any answers and gets no closure, or we burn all the bridges down, nuke them, and then kick open the door and start asking Emerald Dragons questions. Because, I mean, how do we know they're not being held hostage or something? How do we know there isn't some sketchy shit going on in there? I mean, why else wouldn't they let you in when they know that you have Emerald Dragon in you? Like, does that not just scream sketchy?
I think it's that he's part Emerald and part something else.
No, it's... Attendants can go into the main temple all they like, and they're a mix of everything. Like, there's probably bronze emerald attendants. Probably many of them. But
somebody snuck in there.
it just means that I shouldn't have been trained.
No, I got it. One of your elders got frisky with an emerald dragon and tried to cover it up by sticking you with the normal clutch of eggs.
Or then he'd be a half dragon.
As I say, yeah, half dragons are incredibly rare and a very special case. There hasn't been a half dragon in the temple for 2 centuries.
Wait, you mean those are actual dragons in there, not the dragonkin like you are? I'm confused.
Well, no. Everyone is dragonborn, but there have been half dragon students. Like, they have shrines to them. There's like 2 over there. Like, points to like the far side of the courtyard.
You see 2 shrines.
I mean, look, I've offered my solution. We can either walk away and you get no answers, or we can fuck shit up and get answers. It's up to you.
Oh, they're not
Whoa.
chasing us out.
Hello.
You are perceptive.
I am perceptive.
Actually, yeah. Hold conversations for a moment.
Oh, bye guys. Bye guys.
We're gonna go do the
Curse
secret
that.
room thing again.
Hello, John.
Hello, Wall. You have the highest passive perception in the group. Congrats, I get to pick on you.
No.
Vaacin points over to one side and points out a pair of stone shrines that you can see to carved into vaguely draconic shapes. And you notice something else that sort of catches your attention. You've seen a lot of these attendants, the mixed blood dragons that sort of act as the servants around here, and they always have their heads down and respectfully move through the space without making eye contact. And as you look over, you notice there is a female attendant with some green elements to the scales, who, as you notice, has had her eyes on Vaacin, and the second you spot her, she looks away and starts moving away.
Murder them. Nice.
Well, I came back to murder
Boy, it
them.
definitely has
Excellent.
big pneumonia.
We'll kind of stop spacing out at the murder and just be like, no, we're not murdering anyone. Again, low profile. And then just kind of nod towards the shrines and be like, we are being watched though. We might not need to go back in to get answers.
Being
what?
watched? But what?
It points over towards the shrines again. There's a attendant over there that's been keeping tabs on us.
Wait a second.
There's an
Is it
attendant over
the,
there keeping tabs on us.
is it the kid from before? The one that I said could look me in the eye?
It is not. This
I don't know who
is-
you've been picking fights with. I lost track.
No, I didn't pick a fight. There was an attendant when we first got here. And he was kind of shy and little cute and absolutely adorable. And I told him he could look me in the eye because the whole not looking in the eye thing was weird. And he blushed and he was really sweet and he said I looked pretty. It was kind of nice. Because no one says I look pretty.
As you look over,
Pretty sure it's not.
you see rapidly trying to find something to be doing. There is a female attendant who has now sort of turned away from the group, but sort of has that big energy of I now need to be somewhere else and not here.
So Wolf's pointed them out, right?
Yes.
What has pointed out?
I think this is the right moment for the first time Vaacin's ever used Expeditious Retreat.
Okay.
Remember that one time
I
you
mean,
got
he
zoomed
is
and you
retreating
would stop me?
towards the enemy.
It's a very... I don't like the name of this spell, but it's very appropriate in this moment.
It should
in
be
the
called
space
base
of-
and get his enemies.
Yeah, so Vaacin suddenly just moves 60 foot in about 6 seconds. And it's just sort of there.
With sort of a crackle of lightning. Yes? Oh, bye, Wall. I didn't do that one.
Welcome back.
Where'd you go?
I don't know. I apparently I ran off too fast. You ran away too fast.
Yeah, left her behind.
I sure- I short-circuited everyone's internet connections.
Is that emerald on you?
I was like, yeah, what appearance is this attendant?
You look at the attendant, and there is definitely like a streak of emerald down one side of her face.
Why are you watching us?
I shouldn't. I didn't mean to.
Oh, you can watch whatever you want. I'm not a pureblood.
I know.
Look at me.
I shouldn't. I'm not allowed.
Assuming there's something nearby, I think Vaacin just shouts, "Look at me," as the lightning lure smashes something.
Drama.
Fence post. Tears streaming down her face, she looks you in the eyes. And you look into an elderly female with very similar eyes to your own.
Oh my god, it's your mom that you just shouted at.
Jesus Christ.
Such rudeness.
I'm sorry. I've been keeping my... I've been watching over you when I can.
Why?
You know why? I mean...
I need to hear it.
Because you're my son.
Oh.
I didn't
I knew it.
I didn't mean it to happen this way.
I think Vaacin just full body collapses to the floor.
Oh.
Like he sat down, but it's like that full like limp arm sit down.
She drops down sort of in front of you, like trying to pull you in a hug as you collapse down, trying to support you. I'm so proud of you.
I say, careful of the arm. Careful of the arm.
I can take it. I'm sorry.
I think Vaacin's just sort of, it's the whole thing of like someone's hugging you and your entire brain and body doesn't know how to react.
Right. My computer decided to start echoing this, my bad. Oh?
When you hatched,
So-
you were... You passed for pure-blooded.
Well, of course I did. I'd have been in the right. It would have been in the pure blood. I was snuck into the crash.
We snuck you in. I snuck you in.
Who's we?
I acted alone.
Insight!
I was about to say, you said we, that implies multiple person or persons.
24! Who is
Christ,
Wason Brown?
Wall.
What's his social security number?
I think Mason's just like, oh right, so it was just you, okay.
It was just her, yeah. It wasn't just her, Wall.
Yeah. currently like basically like uncomfortably close because he's casting aid on both of them. He's just kind of like, and he's just like, for God's sake, guys. He doesn't say anything right now, but he's gonna like, as he like leans back from casting the spell, he's just gonna be like, she knows your dad. Just like,
I snuck you into the pure blood crash.
Maybe.
And I watched you grow and train and become a wonderful embodiment of draconic power. And then my tainted blood revealed itself.
Oh, because I got marked by a blue dragon?
Before that,
I don't know what you mean. Face is very clearly like he's got. It's weird for a scaled face to look confused, but that imagine that in your mind.
I'm just gonna imagine my skink every time I deny them food.
yeah, that sort of face.
Yeah.
I have gem dragon blood powerfully in me. It's passed to you. When you are threatened, you can access your latent telekinetic abilities and force people away from you.
Wait, but Master Dar said that was from my bronze ancestry. Just that it flowed strong enough that the lightning would push things away. That's why I was taken to the shrine for training in private.
It is impressive what people will talk about when they think no one is around to hear it.
Real fast, John. What type of Dragonborn is Dar?
Bronze.
I was like, okay. Okay, well, Waller's just like, he's like been like theory crafting, and he's gone down like on a massive tangent, and he's just like, I had it. He doesn't have it.
It is amazing what people will talk about when they think no one is listening. And in this place, I might as well be a wall. They did not want to admit that they had let somebody without pure blood rise as high in the ranks as you had done. You were on track to be the champion, to be the person that Onzalith is now. And they sent you on this pilgrimage with the understanding that somebody without pure blood would not be able to complete it. So that they could say that it hadn't been them that had failed, it had been you.
It's all a lie. Everything I thought I was.
You still are. You just don't fit their narrow definition. You still seek glory, you still can rise to the occasion. Seek the power, the wonder, and show them exactly what you can do.
But I can't ever be a dragon.
You can be the very best Vaacin Hill you can be. And you can try your damnedest to become a dragon when the time comes. And if anyone can do it, I'm sure that one of my sons can.
Wait, one?
I'm really not
Don't-
good at talking to people.
Don't say more. I don't want another to get in trouble.
I should go now.
Wait, no, before you go. Vaacin just, like, it's the light, like, grabs for the arm, full, the lightning alert goes all the way up her shoulder.
Yes.
Sorry, and, like, tries to release the lightning. I'm sorry.
You have nothing to be sorry for. I am so proud of you.
But I can't. I didn't even think if you existed.
It is the way of this place. You knew in your heart that somewhere out there I did. And that was enough. You shine so bright.
Wait, no, before you go. What's your name?
It's been a long time since anyone asked me that. My name is Fasterkill.
Can you spell that for me, John?
No.
Fuck off, I don't have a son anymore.
Thank you. Very weird when someone makes me speak.
Yeah.
The power of being God.
I can't spell it, but you can now.
You at home can spell this name.
Master kill.
Phone in with your spellings of Rogue's mum's name.
I think Vaacin just lets go. He's still kind of just flopped onto his arse. He's sort of doing that thing like where your legs are to your left and your right, but you're sort of still sat on your arse over the top of them. I should let you go. I don't want you to get in trouble for talking with me.
I should go before talking to you gets anybody else in any more trouble. Shine bright.
Goodbye, Mother.
Until we meet again.
Hopefully.
Oh, Vaacin!
Make sure that your cat friend doesn't try to burn this place down. I live here for the moment.
Oh wait, where's Toya?
She means well.
Well, look at that.
Wait, shit.
He says that because like she sees Toya like ripping a can of gasoline out and is like, raw.
Nah, Toya's just sitting there, and Zara's got like a firm hand on the back of her neck, like someone would with a misbehaving kitten, and she's like, I can't move, dang it.
Note to self: cat pressure points work on Tabaxi. That's good to know.
Yeah, useful information. She disappears away. And you are left to your own devices.
I think Vaacin basically just rearranges, sits himself up against the shrine, is just lost for words.
Your last name is Caderhill?
Yeah, I didn't get that at all. Wait, your name? I didn't think you had a surname.
It's a name of like a set of eggs in a clutch. Is the closest thing.
Oh.
Because like, well, we don't have parents, so there aren't family lines. But we also understand that like there are only so many times you can call someone Vaacin before it starts getting confusing. It's even worse when you account the other spellings of Vaacin.
War grumbles under just like tieflings don't read surnames. Well, I mean, there's some questions answered. She knows who your father is, though. I think he wasn't being totally truthful throughout all of that. Probably because she's protecting someone else. Understandable, I guess, given everything.
So I have a half brother, or brother? Maybe I have both. Maybe I,
mean,
have
you
a
have
sister.
to. Maybe there's significantly more Vaacins out there. Or Caderhills. I don't know how to refer to your siblings.
I don't either. I think siblings will do. Oh god.
We got something.
Also, that was far too fast.
I think they'd already made up their mind.
No, I mean, no. I think you're probably right. No, I moved too fast.
I mean, you did sort of blur really quickly.
Yeah, I thought you'd somehow found the Zumi potion again. We were very small then as well.
This felt very different. Oh, that's going to be something to get used to.
I feel every day, Vaacin, you seem to have developed some kind of strange new power. Or whatever. Like, obviously I don't know anything about this dealio, and I wouldn't really myself wish one person telling them something they're not upon anyone else, but if your goal is to become a dragon, I don't see any reason why your bloodline would affect that. I mean, you've come so far already, and you've already got very powerful everything. And as your mum said, you are already cream of the crop without the pilgrimage, or before the pilgrimage. They set you up to fail.
I don't want to talk about that.
No.
No one's ever heard of a bronze emerald dragon or bronze emerald blue dragon thing.
Let's go make a cheeky religion check, don't mind me.
I mean, would that make you like a malachite dragon?
Waller's trying really hard right now to not say Tiamat. He's like,
I mean,
Tiamat's got different colours. He's not saying it, but he's thinking it really hard. He's trying so hard not to offend Vaacin right now.
Tiamat is the only one that springs to mind.
Yeah. But it does very quickly, and he's like, oh, wait, no.
Let's just get our things, and I think
Let's head back to
Nefira.
Yes.
I think I'm gonna go outside and find a place to perch for a while. Can you make sure that whatever's happening with the blue dragon happens? I need time to think.
Oh yeah, let's try not to get Pagan from us immediately.
Okay. Just don't think too hard.
I'll get the cart set up.
Yeah, I think Vaacin grabs his stuff, puts it on the cart, and just walks out and lets everybody else mill here. And it just like finds a big old rock, maybe 100 or so meters outside of the temple, to just sit on and think.
Nefira,
Yes.
as you set about getting the cart ready to leave, you are approached by Tolan, the bronze dragonborn fighter that you saw speaking with
Vaacin. My name is Vaacin.
Vaacin. It's not in the notes, and my brain apparently just froze. Speaking with Vaacin this morning, and fighting with Onzaleth when you both arrived yesterday. He approaches you, and I'm afraid this is a fine mess he's managed to get himself into.
I wouldn't blame him. Messes tend to follow us wherever we go.
Yes. You'll keep an eye on him, yes?
I mean, technically 8 eyes, as often as I can spare them.
That's a lot of eyes.
Like, one looks over the other side of the cart, like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then just goes back to doing some wheel maintenance.
Benefits of...
I'm just imagining an attendant off in the corner is just like, where are the other 6?
What was like, I know, like, what is he talking about?
Kirjol wanted to send this over, figured that a face from the temple that you recognized might be the best course of action for it, given everything that is happening, everything that happened this morning. He hasn't had the time to fully work with the blue dragon scale that you brought in. So hopes that this will balance things out in terms of a trade. And he pulls out a small wooden case, maybe of 12 inches or so by 6 by 3 inches. About 6 inches by 6 inches by 12 inches. I'm really good at measurements, you know. It's a case.
It's a box holding something.
Wood box.
What type of wood, though, John?
Pine.
As long as it's slow.
Yes.
It's dragon wood,
It's-
a rare tree only grown here.
It's balsa
Yay,
wood.
dragon wood.
It's shit. He sort of clips it open and unfolds the top of it, and inside there's a velvety fabric lined to the inside of the box, and a pair of dragon scale braces.
Is that my armor?
These are enchanted. They will help you with defense, yes. Whoever needs to take these.
I want my blue-scaled dragon armor.
Oh, these are very shiny. I don't know.
Hey, I'm the one who skinned the damn thing specifically because I wanted it, so...
Thank you for this. We are very appreciative of the time and effort it took to make this.
Yeah, the craftsmanship is amazing. Damn.
The braces are the sort of lightning blue dragon scales with a inlaid rune markings along the various edges that sort of glow with an inner gold light.
Oh, I love them. I love them. I love them. I love them.
And functionally, above the table, they are braces of defense.
Cool. I don't know what that means.
They give you a +2 to armor class and don't count as wearing armor, for instance, if you are, say, a barbarian who has restrictions on wearing armor.
Cool. Can you add that to my character sheet? Because Foundry does not want to work.
Yes, I can. I mean, Foundry does want to work.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a way to add the braces of defense.
There.
But I can get that done before next time.
Yay.
Nice. Hey, what's it going to make your AC now?
16.
Nice.
Very nice.
Tolan leaves you with the case and disappears.
Just as he turns to go, John, do you have, do you want me to let Vaacin know of anything?
He leans in and just whispers, keeping an eye out around. There's a note at the bottom of the box.
Give him a firm handshake and... Thanks for the box.
He rapidly disappears into the crowd, such as there is a crowd. There's a milling about of people.
Toy, can I have that box for a moment? You could have your shiny braces.
Oh, yeah, sure. Here you go.
Thank you.
I mean, if everybody really wants to have a look anyway, so, you know, you can all look, just remember to give them back.
No, you can have the braces. I want the box.
Oh, okay. Like, nobody wants to see how cool these are? Because these are pretty cool.
They look very
She
cool
says
on
that
you.
as she's strapping them on because, yeah.
They look very cool on you. I'm tempted to steal them at some point.
I will murder you.
I fully expect that.
She says that with a smile, too, as she's admiring them. She's just like, I'll murder you.
We're getting far too used to Toya.
It's infecting and it's spreading.
It's just like, oh, right, yeah, no, that's just normal.
This is just
Normal
proof that
sentence.
this just proves that she is part of the team now.
Oh, dear.
Welcome to Team Vicious Idiots.
Pretty much. Like you've got all of these important D&D groups. You know, you've got Vox Machina and all of that, and then you've got these losers.
Homeless kleptomaniacs. Yes, in the box.
At the bottom of the box, you find a folded note. On the front of the note, it says, for Vaacin's eyes. Do you unfold the note?
I look around to make sure I'm in the clear. And I'll
Exploding
sneak a peek.
ruins. Boom.
Guess what I prepared?
You unfold the note, and it is written in Draconic.
It featally folded back up. And stuff it in my... Stuff it up with vibrations. Why can't these things ever be in common? Has anyone seen the giant lizard?
Vaacin, he's over there by the tree. One is still like fixing the wheels and is not paying attention to what's going on.
I thought I'd check something really quick. Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. I should go over to Vaacin.
Okay. You head over to Vaacin. He is sat on a rock overlooking a steep cliff edge because you're up a mountain.
Well, it's not Icewind Dale, but it's got a view.
You can get a good breeze on a autumn's day. On any other day, it's just salt. So much salt from the coast.
Yeah, I prefer the cold, personally. Anyways, I think Wal's finished doing repairs.
Oh, that's good.
So hopefully we'll have a smooth ride down because he's probably finished putting in suspension.
He's not going for wings this time?
I think we have time for wings. Body kit, maybe. Anyways, got some shiny new drown braces just delivered.
Oh!
The cat has already claimed dibs.
We did promise.
I'm surprised though, for all of the scales and stuff we gave them, is this really all they could make? I mean, we skinned a dragon. I feel like they could have done a little more.
They're probably just not finished with it yet.
True, that does take a lot of work. I guess that was unfair of me.
Beautifully timed cutaway.
Expertly. So I wouldn't go burning your bridges just yet, just in case they've got extra.
You're right. I won't kill them until after they're done.
Fourth wall breaking cat. Go for it, please. Anyway.
I won't kill them at all?
Much better.
Okay.
Alright. Moving on.
I can learn.
Stay in the panel, Deadpool Kitty. God, what were we saying?
Well, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to hand you a note.
I broke the meta.
I'll just go, this was sitting at the bottom. Add a peek, don't worry, can't read it because it's in your silly draconic handwriting.
And I'm not sure it's my handwriting that's the problem. Oh god, that means I'm going to need to find somebody else to translate that book.
What book?
The big green one?
I'm sure we can find someone in Waterdeep to translate it. It's wizards, that's what they do.
Yeah, as sort of that's happened, as like that comment has passed, Vaacin sort of like opens the note and starts like scanning it over.
At this point, Navira just turns around and smacks you quite hard in the shoulder and just, whenever you're ready.
Well, I can't come back in. I'm waiting for you guys out here.
Oh, the cart's outside.
That's what I mean. We'll wait for you by the cart.
Okay. I'll be out there in a moment.
Also, I just realised, isn't Troll Skull literally right next to Dragon's Eye bookstore owned by a dragonborn?
Yeah, it's crazy you've not considered that yet.
Yeah.
I don't know Waterdeep that well, and we spend most of our time underground.
Yeah, we do.
This is also very true.
I wonder if the wall just had that thought and just like, oh shit.
Vaacin, your note is in the chat.
Yep.
Read it.
That's...
I don't want to spoil by looking at the stream.
Yeah, once you've read it, let me know so I can delete it so the stream can't see
Yeah,
it.
I've read it. Huh.
I mean, also,
You know
you
what?
probably wrote most of it to begin with, let's be fair.
Yeah.
I could have just written a note that was that thing you said.
Yeah, I think Vaacin just sort of... I imagine he's taken like 30 seconds or so to actually read that. I just slides off the rock and follows Nefera.
I'm really glad you said follows Nefera and not just slides off the rock off the edge of the mountain, just...
Vacin's just... Yeah, let's not make that sort of thing. I don't think that was accidental that time.
Kratos
Welcome
cast them from the highest mountain in ancient Greece.
Yeah. See, Toya would be pulling Uno reverse. You want to throw someone off a mountain? Throw yourself. Yeet.
Anyway, you head back to the cart with your compatriots.
Mm-hmm.
And you start heading back to Waterdeep. And we'll pick up there next time. With
Excellent.
your trip
Since you were discussing...
home. Oh, sorry, no. Anything
I was
you
like,
want to say?
since you're discussing in great detail, is your oath broken, Rogue?
So it didn't actually manage to come up. So the oath is not broken. One thing that had been discussed, not to break the fourth wall entirely here, is that there is one instance where Vaacin feels he has not lived up to his oath, which is when Toya fought the Death Tyrant, because the part of the tenets is challenges are but tests, face hardships with courage, encourage your allies to face them with you. Rather than staying and fighting with Toya, Vaacin went to try and find the rest of the party. Rather than facing that challenge. Otherwise, he's been a good boy.
And as your mum said, you can still find glory.
Yep.
Might not be the path you expected to take, but
I have a mum.
anyway, let's wrap up the session here. We'll come back, as I say, we'll come back next time to experience this group's trip home and the other side adventure entitled Where the Hell's Gark Been?
Yeah.
As hopefully we'll have Ben back next time and we'll find out where the hell has Gark been.